What's up, everybody? It's Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHGCommunity, and I'm doing another video that is something about, what people go through on a daily basis, and maybe this can help people find a path to get past that situation. We're going to be talking about guilt today. G-U-I-L-T, guilt. Sorry, I can't pronounce it properly, but we're going to be talking about like something, with a lot of people having guilt in their life. But let me tell you a quick story. Before, when I was living in New York and I was introduced to Full Sail University, I was with someone that I truly loved. Someone I thought I was meant to be with. Someone I thought I wanted to marry. But the sad part about relationships is that sometimes they have their ups and downs, and we have mostly our downs, and it led to me being very, very, I would say verbally wrong and verbally abusive, to a point where, I made life difficult for her. Now, we don't talk nowadays, and ended up leading to a certain event that caused me to, slump into a depression, not want to eat, not want to sleep, and to a point where I just didn't even leave during that time. Now, what I did was definitely a wrong thing, and I ended up paying for it. Now, I'm sharing this story because a lot of people go through this situation as well, and a lot of people have caused this situation, and with that, it can cause them to live through guilt and live with that whole entire weight on their shoulders. But there are many different guilty moments that we all went through, whether it's like little ones or big ones, and sometimes for certain people it can affect them very, very much. In the Bible, it says in John 3:17, "For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn it, but to save it." Now, I am not one to judge people on what they have done in the past, or some mistakes, or even, certain decisions that they make, because of the fact that, I'm not perfect myself. I know there's some people that don't speak to some others because of the decisions they make, or for some of the decisions that they have done. I want to give advice to those people to not judge those people who have done wrong. One of the fact that, living through that guilt is something that they have to deal with, and that's already punishment enough. Now, there is no situation that people have not lived through under the sun. There's a situation that, people were abusers, some people were the abused. There's some people that were cheaters and that were cheated. And, there are times that people should not be judged by what happened, because some others don't know what happened during that circumstance. But there are those that also want to take responsibility for what they did. We have to at least let them have that chance to take responsibility for what they did. Now, I know that it's kind of funny, especially like, me saying stuff like this, because I remember I used to judge people by their decisions and by, the things that they did, but I don't do that anymore, and that's not my place to do so. I used to go ahead and get mad at others about what they chose to do and what they have done, but overall, I don't judge people like that anymore. There was a story in a video game from a long time ago. Well, no, actually a video game recent, and it was a story of, you know, a character that was looking for some type of redemption. And I know that if you play Warframe, it was a character called Excalibur Umbra. Now, if you haven't played Warframe, of course, you can go, to PlayStation Store, Xbox, Nintendo Store, or even Steam to download it. But there's a story called The Sacrifice. Now, what it's about is literally, Excalibur Umbra being used in certain things like experiments, certain things like, torture. In the process, through all that rage and through all that torture, ended up killing his son. Now, he lived through that entire sense of guilt for a while, even to a point where there's a way that you can actually make a decision for him to get past what has happened. I actually like things like that, because I think it's actually pretty cool that those type of things could be, changed in a video game. Now, for those who are feeling guilty about something, I could give you advice on how to be able to move on. I know there are certain things and certain thoughts that go through your head that make you feel like that you have done something bad, that you have, no way of seeking redemption for it. Now, for those who have done something bad, I understand that, getting past it is not too easy. And there's going to be times where you feel bad, where you get angry, where you get sad, when you start crying, and that's perfectly fine. But a simple step to getting past it is for one, acceptance. Accepting of how it happened, accepting of where it started, accepting of how it ended. And then two, taking responsibility of it. Taking responsibility of what your part was placed in, what you had part in. And three, just moving on. It's a lesson that everybody can learn, and it's a lesson that everybody can take with them into the future for others. It's a major lesson that anybody can basically learn on their own. No one is allowed to judge you based on what you did. I understand there are such messed up people that have done terrible things. But also the fact of not judging is also a sense of letting go. It's also in the sense of trying to find peace with yourself. I've had a lot of people do a lot of messed up things, and I judge them for hurtful people. I judge them as terrible people. And the thing is, while doing that, I ended up started thinking that, how much I hated them, how much I wanted them gone, how much I wanted to ruin their lives. But it wasn't a life for me. It wasn't a life for me to continue on. It wasn't a life for me to lead into. I had to seek forgiveness for these people and pray for forgiveness for these people. Now, I understand that it's not an easy thing to go ahead and give forgiveness, and it does take time. But there are two ways of giving forgiveness. Giving forgiveness to someone, for if you were in their shoes, you would want the same. Or two, just forgiveness to be able to move on and deal with all the situations. That's the thing about guilt. It could cause a lot of pain to someone to a point where they seek for that redemption. They seek for that forgiveness. Sometimes it's not given to them, but sometimes they are given it, and sometimes they won't even go for it. It's a real difficult situation where it could be of something you've done as a child, done as an adult, done as an elderly. But nobody in this world has never done anything that they're not guilty of. Has never made a bad decision, has never made a mistake, like where anybody can judge them on. Like, in a sense, nobody has never ever been perfect. Nobody has ever, not, made that mistake or made that bad decision where we should be able to judge them on. What I say to those who try to seek for forgiveness is to go by those 3 steps. As I said, it's accepting it how it is, taking responsibility, and moving on. For those who have been hurt by someone that has done something bad and are afraid to forgive them, the best thing to do is to forgive them for yourself, for you can move on and you can be able to live out through your days. Very tough situations are very hard to forgive, and that's understandable. But there's a major thing about that where even, it could just help you live your life out. Not have a worry. Have you worry about things like being with your friends and family. Setting up your goals and dreams. As I said, certain times it will come back to you, and certain times it will bother you. But then you just take those steps one more time. Now I hope this video is very helpful for those who, are looking for redemption and looking to try to move on from their situations that they dealt with. Whether it's the one who caused the pain or caused the bad decision or mistakes, or for one who had to deal with it. I really hope that this video can help you guys, move on in that sense. And for a word of advice, it's not really good to judge someone based on that, because of the fact that some of them already feel the guilt enough that they actually, I would say suffer from it more than, people pointing the finger. And for those who have dealt with the pain and who were hurt badly, just forgive and move on for yourself and for others. Because though I think things biblically, and though I try to go ahead and follow the rules of the Bible, my best thing for people is just to use it to move on in their lives. For I believe that, God didn't send Jesus down here to judge us, but to save us. But, as I said, I really hope that this video has helped, people change their mindset. And I really hope it can help people, get past anything. But, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more. I have done a video based on depression as well. If you suffer from depression or are dealing with depression, by all means go ahead and take a look at that video as well. Subscribe to our channel. We do videos on walkthroughs as well. We also do, nice streams for positivity and for people to meet each other. And, make sure to subscribe to our moderators, where all links are in the description. You could join our Facebook and our actual Discord. But This is Nicholas Morales, founder of the EHG community, and thank you for watching. As I said, I hope that this makes a big difference in your life, as it has for mine.